Part of the Greenlit Podcast Network. Find more great shows at greenlitpodcasts.com.
Alex, some sad news from my hometown. You know it. You know the drop. Go ahead. You play it whenever you want. Whatever.
Wait, I gotta hang on. Oh, I rebooted and my soundboard is not open.
Oh, what a tragedy. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm just going to keep talking.
Wait.
A fancy
feast? What's that, mumble mouth?
No, I'm just waiting for you to play it.
I can't find it. Okay. You just go on.
Fucking. A famous eatery closed.
McDonald's.
I think I talked about this last year when I went there. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
The potato burrito place.
Oh, right. That's right. The potato burrito place.
Yeah. I just found out today, in fact, that they closed in August because of COVID.
What?
Yeah. And that place has been around for like 30 years. So.
But the potato is a hardy crop. It can survive COVID.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Apparently nothing else on the menu could. So.
Oh.
They closed up shop.
I see.
I guess I'm glad that I got one of those when I did.
Yeah.
Because really, I really hadn't before, so glad I went there.
It's still the kind of thing that just sounds weird to hear in description, but I'm sure it was delicious.
Very, very decadent. Humongous. Okay. Humongous burrito. Very decadent.
Just with a full potato inside.
No, more like chunks. Like
okay.
Not quite tater tots, but fried bits. Fried bits of potato. So
fried bits.
Tater tot adjacent, I would say. I don't want to call them tater tots because that gives you the wrong impression, but
right.
I mean, they fried it themselves, so it's like, custom fried potato bits that are similar to a tater tot, but not really, because they're made, right. They're homemade, basically. They're made at the place.
All right, okay. I haven't had a tater tot in a very long time.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, I guess me neither.
Or as they're called in Japan, imo noko.
They're emo? What?
Emo means like potato or tuber.
Oh, I see.
But that's not what they're called, but that should be what they're called because I think it's a cute name. Imo noko.
Oh. Then what are they called?
Tater tots?
Okay.
Tater totsu.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, it's not like you'd be able to find them easily anyway.
Yeah.
What's Japan got? They got croquettes and French fries. That's about it as far as potatoes.
They love the croquette. Yeah. Croquettes are great. I love croquettes.
Course, yeah. I mean, I have multiple tater tots. We can have one huge one.
Right. Well, croquettes aren't necessarily potato.
Well, they got potato meal in them a lot of times.
Not all the time though, because my go-to is the Connie cream croquette with
we're not
full of crabby goodness
about your fancy feast fucking croquette.
Yeah, I'm eating cat food, Ray.
Yeah.
I'm eating cat food now. Yeah, it saves money.
That's right, because you're a prissy little princess of a kitty.
Meow, meow, meow. You hear me now, motherfucker? Meow, meow, meow.
You want only the best. We know, Alex. But we're talking about the commoners who get their regular croquette off the shelf at the Combini.
Yeah.
And most of them have potato. You can stop meowing anytime.
Oh, meow, 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 meow.
All right. Come on now. What is this, Heathcliff?
Yeah. Heathcliff. No one should
podcast with this guy. No more whoppers. Welcome to the show, everybody. How's it going? My name is Ray Barnholt, toweling off as we speak, and with me, as always, one-man toxic environment, Alex Fraioli.
Hey, I'm trying to be better.
Oh, yeah? Name one better thing you do.
I routinely watch That Thing You Do, starring Tom Hanks. Also directed by Tom Hanks, written by Tom Hanks, catered by Tom Hanks.
What? Yeah, sure.
Okay. Awesome.
I get that mixed up with...
It's been a couple of weeks.
Wait a minute. Hold on. First, a dramatic shift in our topic. I get that movie mixed up with the one with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they came out around the same time, and I think they kind of start off in the same time period.
Yeah.
I've never seen That Thing You Do, but Catch Me If You Can is a very good film.
All right. Maybe it takes place in the same universe.
Maybe it does. Oh yeah.
Thing You Do universe. The TYDCU.
Thank you.
All right. Show's here. We're doing a show. How have you been, my friend?
I have been good. I don't even think I mentioned last episode that my wife and I went to see a video game string orchestra. Did I talk about that?
Nope. I think you just...
I don't know how...
I think it was a Twitter-only engagement as far as Alex stories go.
Yeah, it was T.O.
I think you posted
it was
one
fine. It was
picture.
fine. It was... Yeah.
And said, that was cool, bye.
Well, I don't know. I don't like to flood Twitter with things that I'm doing all the time.
Well, I mean, when you're flooding things, it's usually when I'm sleeping, so who cares, right? I mean, you can just go nuts. No, I'm encouraging you to go nuts.
All right, fine. Get ready for the flood.
Okay, yeah, well, that's...
A biblical tweet flood.
Is that a Halo reference? Very relevant today.
I've never played Halo.
Xbox and Halo turned 20 today.
I saw that. I've been seeing that all over my Twitter, and I have nothing to contribute to the conversation, so I haven't said anything. Which is what you're supposed to do.
All right. Well, at least you're aware of what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
The Xbox, of course. Oh, come on. Not like you never ever played it. You played, I don't know, what was it? Who got it? Was it your brothers or something? You borrowed your brothers to review Azaric?
Yeah, he had one game, Azaric.
Wow. That was it? He didn't have Halo?
No.
You're supposed to buy Halo when you buy an Xbox.
He didn't know. It was a different time.
Oh my God. Instead he buys Azaric.
But it wasn't on my radar anyway, because I'm not a big FPS fan. Like, it's just an FPS. Like, I don't know what you want.
No, of course. But, nevertheless, it was a big deal. Everybody thought they couldn't do it. They couldn't pull it off, Microsoft, and they did it. And by appealing to toxic masculinity, they managed to pull off the success of a platform. And
fun.
There you go. For about 4 years, and then moved swiftly into the next platform.
Yeah.
And we wish them well, as we do all multinational corporations. Billionaires.
All megacorps.
Yeah. Wish it well as we do all consoles. Okay.
Are you okay?
No.
Oh no, what happened?
Just choking on my own idiocy, that's all. You know how it goes around here. Yeah. Halo. I never played any of the Halos in full until like the collection came out in 2014 or something. And it's just like, I get it. It's sci-fi. It's kind of like Marvel movies in that it's kind of like a watered down sort of sci-fi that everybody tries and make into a bigger thing than it is. And it's just like, you don't need to take it that seriously. They got that.
It's fine. Have fun. Be home by bedtime.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you there. So, we've been away for a while. Oh, and of course, I guess we can also talk about.
Are you lining up the new version
of a game called Final Fantasy VI?
How did I know? It's not 6 quite yet, but it is 5.
That's right. In the interim, we got another Pixel remaster that came out. It's 5.
It's very nice. I'm looking at it on my desktop right now.
It's very nice.
You got little Butts is hanging out there with his pals, Cecil, Onion Knight, Furion, and Warrior of Light.
Yeah. They're all friends.
They're all friends. They're all here. Han, Chewie, Luke, they're all here. Yeah. It's a fun time.
They're all friends as established, I guess, in Diphtheria?
Record Keeper?
Sure, that too.
Yeah, I mean, they all hate each other's guts in Diphtheria? They're trying to kill each other.
I guess you know what? It's always different in fighting games. It's like, oh, we're fated to battle. We must fight with honor, but I don't hate you because you are an honorable fighter. That sort of shit sometimes, in some fighting games.
Yeah.
I think it was like that. It's like, fate has brought us here. Fate will decide which path we walk from here on.
I mean, we could.
And then in the background,
oh, fun.
Good game, that Diphtheria, though.
I was watching some dudes at the bar play. I'm Mike Watson, special guest. I was watching some dudes play Tekken 2 and 3 at the bar on Saturday because I had completely forgotten that the PS3 will play PS1 games.
Everybody forgets that.
Yeah, right?
Why does everybody forget that?
Because, I had given up hope when they took out PS2 functionality, so I just thought of it as the big, bulky box that plays PS3 games, and then I was like, oh, right, it also does PS1 games.
Yeah.
So popped in. I mean, the downside is we got to unlock everybody from scratch now, which is stupid.
Yeah, that's too bad.
But, something to do.
Yeah, exactly. That's the spirit.
Maybe I'll start working on that tonight at work. I'll start unlocking everybody.
So they did Tekken 1 and 2. They didn't make it to 3 or what?
No, 2 and 3, I said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I heard 1 and 2.
I don't believe I have Tekken 1.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Who needs
it's not
it
great.
When you got 2 and 3?
No, not me.
Yep. 2, 3, also skip 4, and then you're golden the rest of the way.
I do play, before folks show up, I still play a lot of Mario Maker at work. I've since brought in my Switch Lite. I bought an SD card for it, so I can actually have games on it now.
Wow.
And I play a lot of Switch Mario Maker 2. It's a struggle with that D-pad, but I'm making the best out of a bad situation.
Really, I like the D-pad on it. On the Lite.
It's tiny.
No, yeah, I don't think it's tiny. I think it's actually because of the size of the Lite. It feels better to use the D-pad.
What?
In general,
as opposed to what?
As opposed to like a full-size Joy-Con, for example. When you actually have when you're holding a full-size Switch in handheld mode.
Well, I'm not.
Like because it is, shorter. It's shorter height essentially from your for your inner palm, I suppose, to reach the fucking D-pad. I'm already fucking failing at describing this. Just please.
Yeah. But the face buttons as well are a little too small for me. Like I got my one gigantic meaty thumb that's supposed to be hitting everything.
That's a big thumb.
And I like to play a lot of levels that require precision jumping, and sometimes I beef my own jumps because I can't hit the button.
And yet you bought a Switch Lite.
Yeah, because I didn't know how small it was. But thank you for putting this on me and saying, what did you expect? You know what you bought.
So, Alex.
Thanks.
What else can we blame Alex for?
I didn't buy it. What? Shut up. I didn't buy it just for Mario Maker. I bought it to play RPGs in bed, in which case I don't give a shit how small the buttons are. It's fine.
Is the implication there that you just mash buttons all the time playing RPGs because you don't know how to play them?
Is that not? Am I doing it wrong? It took me 8 hours, but I got past the title screen of Bravely Default 2. I did see something in Mario Maker that made me laugh, though. I was playing a level. I like to play a lot of puzzle solving levels, and I like that Mario Maker 2 lets you search by level type, which is nice. And I found a whole bunch of nice puzzle levels, and one of them was based on the popular game Among Us. Remember that?
Oh yeah, the one with the Fall Guys.
Yes, the one with the Fall Guys. The one that, because of this game now, everybody under 15 calls everything sus.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I think that restaurant looks a little sus. That guy looks a little sus. Et cetera, et cetera.
The new version of the game called
Sus.
Thank you. I was playing a Fall Guys themed, and I thought it was going to be a puzzle solving level, like the thing said, where, I've got to figure out who the murderer is. But no, it's basically just a story level where you go through and the game just shows you a story unfolding.
Okay.
It shows you, it uses Mario monsters in place of the Fall Guys.
Yeah.
It's got like a Koopa Troopa and a Monty Mole and a Goomba and whatever. And
yeah,
you go through this level and you watch monsters die, and then you watch the other monsters have a meeting, and then you watch the other monsters jettison one of them into space.
Oh my god. All right.
And I saw somebody die, and they accused Monty Mole. And then so I go through the pipe to the next screen.
So it was a puzzle in that you were watching a puzzle.
Yeah, I guess.
Fun.
So it shows them forcing Monty Mole out of an airlock, and he just kind of floats off into space. It was a space level, so he would float.
Okay.
And then I go through the next pipe for the next part of the story, and it how a lot of players will use coins to write out messages in the game.
Yeah.
And I know that what this person wanted to write was Monty Mole was not the imposter. But there's not enough space for that.
Just a lot of words, yeah.
So instead, what was written was just Mole no impo, which made me laugh really hard.
Well, I'd like to thank whoever that was for inaugurating our next drop. Here on No More Whoppers. Thank you very much.
I'd also like that to kick off the new Japanese platforming series, Impo the Mole, aka Mole no Impo. I got a great laugh out of that. I thought that was a lot of fun.
That's pretty good.
I play a lot of Mario Maker levels at work. I got to tell you though, my biggest pet peeve though is, I used to go. I love the Mario Brothers. I used to go through the popular courses, to find popular courses, but like 9 times out of 10, the popular courses are 2 genres of course that I hate, and one of them is just spot the difference. Here's 3 panels. Which one of them is different? Which was really fun and cute the first time, but like now everybody does it.
Okay.
But my number one most hated kind of level is it's just called refreshing. Are you familiar with this?
No. You mean like Tsukiri?
I believe it was started by a Japanese Mario Maker, and it's basically done in the new Super Mario Brothers skin, or whatever the other one is. Anyone where you can ground pound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's a vertical level where you just ground pound and you hold down and you just go straight down through this whole wave, these cascades of exploding POW blocks and colors and dying enemies. And it's like, I guess the intention is it's supposed to feel good and supposed to relieve stress because you're making a whole level explode just by holding down and doing a ground pound.
Right. Sounds like the Mario version of those videos, those oddly satisfying videos is the genre.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, though. I like those videos.
Right. Maybe not in video game form.
No, because there's nothing satisfying about watching Mario things happen to me. Like, so there's something satisfying in playing a level and solving a puzzle.
Yeah.
There's nothing satisfying in holding down and watching colors explode. It's not refreshing, as the name implies.
You know what I think is refreshing about Mario gameplay? Playing a Mario game.
Yes, that!
Rather just play some Mario levels.
I want to play the game that he's in.
Yeah.
And like, it wouldn't be an issue. Like, the first time I saw one, I was like, oh, that was cute. On to the next level. I didn't realize it was a whole genre and that they're all pretty much identical.
Yeah.
And the only reason it's annoying, the reason it's annoying is because it's every other level under popular courses, like refreshing. I get it. Shut up. Like, I'd like to play a Mario level and not a series of colors, please.
Wow. Yeah.
Anyway,
that's too bad.
The Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Generally fun. Well, hey, speaking of Mario, speaking of you playing Switch games, we're coming back from our last stream where we played the new Mario Party game.
That's right.
Now, of course, you said also that was set to be a hit at the bar because it has classic Mario Party maps. But it's also just in general a new Mario Party. So I was wondering if that had how that had blown over.
I don't think blown over is the term you want.
I'm gonna say it anyway. Too bad.
I don't think anyone's played it yet because Mario Party tends to be the domain of the salaryman, and I've not had any groups of them. What's the term for a pack of salarymen? A bumble?
A Joey?
I have not had a bumble of salarymen come into the bar yet.
Okay, well that's too bad.
I've had one solo guy who comes in a lot who recently had a bad week because he got in trouble because his employee got caught embezzling money.
Ew.
Yeah, but in Japan, he gets shit for it because of quote unquote bad supervision.
Yeah, of course. And he has to fax an apology, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So poor guy was really putting away the highballs last week. I think he's doing better now.
Now let's sit on this topic for a second. Why is Mario Party and maybe some other things appealing to the salarymen in particular?
I'll tell you what the big 3 are. They are Mario Party, Mario Kart, and Smash Brothers. Usually on the N64 or GameCube. And it's just because that's what they remember. It's 2 reasons. It's nostalgic for them. They remember those growing up. And 2, the whole point of the nomikai after work in Japan is, it's this gross shit that they've called nomunication, where Yeah, your society and your social skills are so shitty that you can only properly communicate after you're drunk off your stupid fucking ass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this bullshit.
So the excuse is, let's go get drunk and then we can be nice to each other. Okay.
Yeah, right.
And one of the ways to do that is to play video games together, which I'm behind that, certainly. That's a service that my business offers. You please, come on down after work, play some games.
Than some alternatives. Yeah, sure.
Right.
But, oh boy. Okay. So it's kind of that. I mean, not that it wasn't an obvious thing to me, but I was also just wondering, like, it's always kind of those three as the pillars, those three games.
Yeah, those are them.
That's interesting.
Those are the ones. Sometimes Pokemon Stadium as well, oddly enough.
Okay. Pokemon, that was popular.
Yeah, Pocket Monsters.
Remember that? Duh. Glad that fad's over.
What was their slogan? Cowabunga!
Yeah, exactly.
Right. You know what's nice though is I've had 2 guys move back to Nagoya who moved away.
It does sound nice.
Years ago. Yeah, they were bar regulars, and then one guy moved back home to America. One guy moved back home to Australia, and then they both moved back like within the span of a week, which is kind of fun. But yeah, I'm I'm getting customers back slowly but surely. I think Japan has also opened up the borders for workers, so I think we should start getting some new English teachers sooner rather than later.
Okay, cool.
You're cool.
You too. Mario games.
Bono.
You know what? I thought the N64 was bad and it had no good games. I don't know why anyone would play it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that does echo my sentiment. You know me, I'm not a big N64 fan.
You're the biggest I know next to me. Come on.
What? What are you talking about? There is one N64 game I can say that I really enjoyed, and it was Mario 64.
That's it, huh? That's the one?
I guess Mario Kart to an extent. And I think a lot of that just has to do with the controller. I was not a big fan of, or not even the controller, just the analog stick. I did not like that analog stick. It just felt right out of the box, it felt very rickety.
Right. Okay.
I mean, yeah. The time that I most enjoyed playing Ocarina of Time was on the 3DS with that nub.
Well, that's also a good port. I really wouldn't want people to play that on N64 anymore.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Don't even.
Don't even go there.
Not that I've played this, but hey, it's news. There's also
the new version of a game called
Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh yeah, Shin Megami Tensei 5 is out. I was watching my boy Sebastian play it at the bar on Friday.
Big V, yeah. I call it Big V.
He was getting crushed because he insists on playing it on hard mode. Otherwise, it's not SMT.
Oh yeah, well sure. I mean, but you can also not do that.
He likes it though. He really enjoyed. He got crushed by the first boss about 5 or 6 times in a row, and then finally won. But he seemed very satisfied with it.
All right. That's good.
He really enjoyed the challenge.
I was waffling on it because I never really played 4.
Oh, yeah.
And then
I picked up 4 when it was real cheap on the eShop. It was like $10, and I'm like, yeah.
Right, the electronic shop.
Yes, I was really into Persona 4 at the time, and I'm like, I should expand and get into the rest of the SMT series proper. And I enjoyed SMT 4 quite a bit, but I don't think I ever finished it. I think I hit a roadblock and then started playing something else.
That's usually how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's a lot of those on 3DS that I just haven't got around to yet, and I should, and maybe will, so I wasn't like jumping into 5 exactly.
Okay, wait, I did kind of want to talk about this a little bit, not extensively, but like, it seems like a lot of people are getting very angry about the fact that in a lot of SMT 5 reviews, people are comparing it to Persona 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah. That's about it. I mean, you didn't want to get into it, so that's about as much as we can get into it. So fucking what?
Yeah.
Some whiny bitches who don't understand anything.
Like, Persona 5 was huge in the West.
Yeah.
But most people in the West still don't know what the fuck a Shin Megami Tensei is. So, like, yeah, you're going to reference the really hot-selling game by the same developer to draw comparisons to the series that less people know, right? I can't help but feel that this is a lot of, like, kids jumping up and down and screaming and shouting, no, but I knew it before it was popular. I knew SMT before Persona. And I think the rest me is feeling like a beleaguered parent trying to tell my kids to calm the fuck down and shut up because the review is talking.
Have you done that?
Yes. I should have mentioned I've filed for what's it called? Right of parenthood. I'm your dad now is what I'm saying.
Well, I know this came up in the No More Woe Discord.
What?
For example, this topic.
Yeah.
The sort of thing. People were pointing out a review, I suppose, and we're like, just the same stuff, basically. And, I didn't want to, like, please people or anything. Or just sound like Alex the entire time.
Hi, it's me.
Yeah.
I don't get it, though, because when you write a review, you have to have a focal point or a comparison if you're talking about a property that most people don't know. And in this case, you got Persona 5 that's fallen right in your lap that was a big hit in the West, and you can say, hey, it's like this in this ways, but it's not in this way, et cetera, et cetera.
If you do it in that sort of measured way, it's fine. I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you make the whole review about it, then that's not a review. You're just comparing two games.
Well, right. Yeah. If you over compare it, then you, I think, might show your ignorance. Yeah. Someone might do that.
But there's absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with using P5 as a baseline in an SMT5 review. There is nothing wrong with that because that's what the market knows. The review isn't written for you, Trevor. It's written for John Q. Consumer, you fucking idiot.
I don't know about that anymore. I think reviews pretty much are only written now for rabid idiots who look at that shit every day.
Are they?
I'm just a bit, it feels like it these days, don't you think? What other purpose do they really serve anymore?
I guess that's a good question. I haven't really...
A written one, especially.
I mean, I haven't read or written a review in, 15 years.
Wow, happy anniversary.
Thank you. What'd you get me? SMT5? I'll give it a go. I've heard it's like Persona.
Yes. No,
God.
You can't. You have to play this in a bubble.
That's the thing, is that these things do not exist in a bubble. Persona 5 exists, and in a lot of ways, it is very similar as an offshoot to SMT. So, let's bring up some comparisons that make it easy to understand.
I know the perfect way to explain this to anyone, and it won't offend anybody. You see,
how's that?
Persona is like Duplos, and Shin Megami Tensei is like a Technic set. It's for
yes. Okay, I'm glad you didn't say Lego. Yeah.
Mature people.
There you go.
Mature gamers such as myself will play Shin Megami Tensei.
Beautiful.
Persona for baby children. It's as simple as that.
I think I still prefer Persona overall.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, at this point, they are different enough that they offer different things. So,
yeah,
it wasn't that way with Persona 1 and 2, which were pretty much aligned sort of with the tones of the other Shin Megami Tensei games. But then once 3 came around and it became extra anime, fake hip hop sort of experience, which was very appealing. Hey, guess what? It actually worked and got people interested in what was going on. So
yeah, it is, and that is a great soundtrack.
Yeah, and the overall visual design and all that. So it's split off. It's split off in what I think is a good way. So
if you're gonna play P3, don't play the OG. Play it on PSP, or I think Fez also removed some bullshit.
But yeah, Portable's probably the best one overall.
Yeah. You could be a ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Portable one removed... Yeah, I think your social links can go backwards in the original.
I don't remember.
Which is real annoying. And I think for Portable, they're like, yeah, we're gonna opt to respect your time instead.
Yeah. Well, because it's portable.
Yes.
You got a busy life.
I do.
What's happening? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I gotta get this casserole to the mayor's house.
He invited himself to his house for my dinner? What? Oh.
Yes!
Weird.
We have a weird relationship.
Yeah. Insane sitcoms.
The mayor of Nagoya is kind of famously an idiot, just a bumbling buffoon.
Yeah, we did not talk about his latest kerfuffle.
Yeah,
there.
a gold medalist from the recent Olympics, who I believe is from Aichi. He visited them, and then he put their gold medal in his mouth and bit into it.
Yep.
To which everyone in the room either said or thought, "What the fuck?"
Do you think he'd get away with it if he was from Kansai and it was like, oh, it's like a gag, right? It's a Kansai gag, right? It's like, oh, is it chocolate? Who knows?
Don't think even that would have been enough.
Oh, okay. That's too bad.
I mean, A, don't do that in the first place. B, don't do that during a pandemic.
Yeah, that too.
The mayor, by the way, who had COVID. Oh, he's great.
Wasn't his past claim to fame that he dressed up as Gendo Ikari, right?
Oh, that was that's certainly one of the things he's done in the past.
One of the things, yes.
It was for the World Cosplay Summit.
Fair, yeah.
But he's just famously a huge drunk.
Oh boy, okay.
Yeah.
This I didn't know.
I think when he extended the last train times for New Year's Eve, his reason for doing so was so that I can go out drinking longer.
All right.
So that's cool.
I'm just so glad to see so many people.
Yeah, quiet, you drunk. Where is Ranger McFadden? He also, some friends of mine were drinking on the patio of a place called Coat of Arms in Nagoya. And the mayor rolls up with a couple of his goons and just points at them and goes, "Whoa, Gaijindo!"
Oh my lord!
Like, all right, man, you're the mayor. You can pretend to act like a human being in front of the foreigners.
You can maybe not
for 5 fucking seconds, you fat fuck.
Jesus Christ! Some great political figures they got over in Japan.
Oh yeah.
Just a real...
I'm voting for this one.
A Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
Roar.
Oh, you make some good points.
Or did you mean Atsugiri Jason?
Both.
Are you voting for him?
I think Atsugiri Jason as Prime Minister and a Tyrannosaurus Rex as Vice Prime Minister. That's the ticket.
Or how about just mayor?
Or mayor, okay.
Can foreigners be mayors?
No, I mean, if they're citizens, I guess.
Oh.
Is he Atsugiri mayor? Or mayor, wait. I don't know.
Mayor Jason.
Mayor Jason?
Yeah, that'll be his next show.
Mayor Jason. That sounds like a sitcom. Oh, I would watch that.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Oh my God, Atsugiri Jason is the mayor of a small Japanese town, and he's got a... How did he become mayor of this town?
Wednesdays at 8, TV Tokyo.
This week on Atsugiri Mayor.
It could work. It could work. Hear me out. No, really. Hear me out.
Hang on. Cut out my squeaking chair. There we go. Oh, God. Mr. Mayor. Wait, do I have the buzzer drop? Oh my God, I do.
I didn't hear it.
You're not hearing my drops?
I didn't hear the buzzer.
Oh, okay, cool. So you're not getting my drops at all.
No, it got noise gated. I just heard.
Oh, it got noise gated. All right.
I just heard,
hey, I'm thinking Discord kind of fucking sucks.
I kind of think maybe you should fix things.
Well, no, between this and the fact that I could not get my my output working, can we just go back to Skype?
All right, Grandpa.
No, I mean, not now.
Oh, okay. All right,
but
Grandpa.
let's talk about it. But keep me in the email chain.
There's no chain.
Oh.
I'm
talking to myself.
Yes.
Oh, no. No. Yes! That's fun. What else has been going on with you, Ray?
Oh, boy. I'm going to university, and I need some shots, apparently.
Oh.
Today I got a blood test for chickenpox.
Okay, how's it looking?
I don't know yet, but I had chickenpox as a kid. So
yeah, me too.
You would think that I'd be immune. However, the school still needs a record of immunization for it or a test.
Okay.
And I didn't have that. My mom gave me a little booklet with all my vaccines that I got when I was a kid. but chickenpox not one of them. So I have to get a test for that. And then it turns out I didn't get enough Tdap boosters, which is the basically tetanus and whooping cough stuff.
Hang on a second. Whooping cough is that thing that Arsenio Hall used to do.
Exactly.
Okay.
Anyway, I got like 4 doses of it before I turned 5, but they want...
Wait, so many?
Yeah, it was like a monthly thing.
Wow, okay.
But they wanted doses after age 7. So that's not me. So basically I have to go get another one.
That's fun.
I'm doing that tomorrow. So yeah. Today I got a reverse vaccination in that they took things out of me, and tomorrow I'm going to get more things put in. They took blood, is what I mean.
Oh, okay.
The blood test.
That's a reverse vaccination.
Yeah, right? Well, they stick it with a needle, and then they suck it out.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I imagine a reverse vaccination would either be they remove your immunity to something.
Yeah, well, you can think about it however you want.
Or you make them immune to something.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
So yes, the tetanus pertussis diphtheria booster, Tdap.
That's, have you even, I haven't heard anything even about Tales of Diphtheria yet, but I'm kind of curious.
It's great. 9 out of 10 across the board.
The previews were very promising.
So yeah, I'm going to San Jose State. How about that? Go Spartans!
Spartans?
Yeah. Oh boy.
That was my sister's high school mascot.
Well, now they're on the West Coast.
Wow, they're getting around.
Yeah, how about that? Anyway, if anybody listening happens to be going there, let's meet up. Let's get a coffee.
Yeah.
Let's be undergraduates together. Although I doubt it, because really, basically everyone in the audience, I think, is about our age or close to it.
Late 30s?
If not approaching 30, already well into 30. So
I got a message on Facebook for the business like, hey, I'd like to visit the bar. Or no, it wasn't even me. It was my daughter wants to visit the bar, but she's 17. Is she allowed in if there's alcohol? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, how does your daughter even know about this bar? Like,
yeah.
I don't think we have any 17-year-old listeners, right? I don't really think this falls under their, in the scope of things that teens need to know. Advice for teens.
It's possible, but probably not. I would say maybe.
Here's some advice for teens. Fuck college. Go learn a trade right now and just dive into that.
Okay, but Alex, I have to go to college. Yeah, because a trade didn't work out for me.
Well, it doesn't apply to you. I mean, I'm talking, kids with the perspective now who know to go into a lucrative trade.
Yes, please. Let's be very specific. This only applies to fuck-ups. So
yes. Well, no, I mean, I wish, in retrospect, I wish I had not gone to college. I wish I just my buddy Gabe, he got out of high school and he was just like, I want to translate Japanese video games. So he just moved to Japan and started going to a language school in Okazaki. And now he translates video games. So
I wish I had that drive. That didn't work out.
Well, that's the other thing is you have to fucking, you got to work for it.
Yeah. Not everyone has the drive or the privilege, really, because you do have to have a way out of your particular situation. I would say, especially if you're a young person.
Yes.
So yeah, if you are a fuck up who expected everything to be handed to you, then maybe go to college.
Yes.
At any point.
Well, the other half of it is life experience, because your dumb brain is not finished forming, and you're not really the person that you're going to be until after about 25.
Yeah.
So if you want to dive into your trade early in that knowledge, go for it, but also be aware that a lot of things are going to change by the time you hit 25. Your opinions on things are going to change. The way that you approach situations is going to change. The way that you approach relationships is going to change. And that's one of the advantages of college is for the first couple of those years, you're in a relatively safe environment where it's okay to fuck up because you're a college student.
And then you sent the email and said, good luck.
What?
That was my bit, is that you were still writing the email to that parent who was asking about their 17-year-old.
Oh, yeah, I was. I sent all of that I just said.
That was the bit.
Yes.
Congrats.
Anyway, thanks for coming.
Yeah. So anyway, I have to get all that shit recorded and then submit it to their health site, this university's health site, and then get some other shit out of the way, such as sending a photo for my ID card. And then in January...
Can you submit that online?
Yes.
Can you submit your blood online?
No.
Okay.
Can't submit the blood. I can submit the record online.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just gearing up for that while also winding down the other school. And then in January, I have to go on a 1-day orientation.
A what?
I'll be basically on campus from 8 a.m. to probably 5 p.m.
Oh, gross. That's like a full day of work.
Yeah, basically.
That sounds like the most boring thing I've ever heard.
It probably will be, yeah. Can't you just opt out of that? Can't you just be like, hey, hi everyone, I'm 38. I don't need to be here for this. No, you cannot. You have to go, and if you leave in the middle of it, either way, you will be disqualified. You will not be a student.
What the fuck? Why?
Yeah, you have to go. It's orientation, mandatory.
That's dumb. That's borientation.
Yeah, that's how it goes. They try and drum it up. It's more exciting if you're not 38, obviously. If you are...
Fucking hell.
Because they say you can bring your family. So, probably parents of these 17 or 18-year-olds or whatever will be going there, I bet. And meanwhile, I am someone who has been reading all the documentation, everything I need to do. I have this all marked down. I don't know how much else I can learn other than the map of the campus.
I really hope, and I want you to keep track of this, how many times you are mistaken for an 18-year-old.
Okay. That doesn't always happen to begin with.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah?
Oh.
What?
Well, I don't know. You got that young, fresh face, you could pass for an 18-year-old.
No, I don't.
I've heard that you can play as young as 15 and as old as 42.
You flatter me, but no.
Aw.
I'm afraid not. But we're getting ready for that.
So you're not... What's up?
We're getting ready for that. And also, well, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say you're obviously not living on campus, but how long is the commute?
Well, Alex, as a matter of fact, this leads into the next thing I was going to say, is that I regret to inform you and the audience that I will once again be moving.
What?
I'll be moving next month, probably, back to San Jose.
Oh, my goodness.
To be in a new home. And then my commute will probably only be a 10-minute drive.
That's fine.
To school. We moved to San Mateo last year at the start of the pandemic because she wanted to shorten her commute. But then the pandemic happened. So we spent a year there, decided to then move to a cheaper yet larger place in the East Bay, so east of Oakland, basically quite a long ways away, let's say an hour drive from San Jose. And that's where we've been currently, with the garage closet and the nice studio here. I now have to abandon that to go back to San Jose by the end of the year.
Oh, man, I was very jealous of your recording closet because I would love to have a dedicated recording/streaming room.
Yeah. They're kind of gonna get something similar to it again.
Okay.
But then that may be also abandoned later because my wife really wants her parents to move to America.
Oh, boy.
Which may mean taking up the room that I was going to record and do stuff in. And then we're going to have to figure out something else. But hopefully, maybe that won't be for another 2 or 3 years. I'm hoping 3 or 4 years.
You know what would be fun? This has kind of been not my dream, but it would be a nice thing to have or do if the circumstances presented themselves. But like if you actually have a backyard, just build a recording shed. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, yes, that's kind of what I was thinking of. We don't have much of a huge backyard, but we do have a back area to fit something of that style. Yeah. So I'd like to explore doing that when the time comes.
Yeah.
Because people are doing it a lot now. There are many companies that do prefabricated little separate offices, outdoor offices, and whatnot. Well,
I take it there's an option to get these like sound treated.
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It would depend. I think I could just put up the usual sort of sound panels. Wouldn't really make much of a difference. You don't
how heavy are sound panels? Because I got nothing. I can't do much in here. I'm in a Japanese apartment. My hands are tied, but I would like to put something up.
It's foam,
so it's extremely heavy. All right, gotcha.
You nailed it. Yeah, they're foam, and you shouldn't, in fact, coat the walls with them. That's kind of going overboard and sort of counterproductive, I would say.
Okay.
So you really only need to treat what your voice is being pointed at.
See, my plan was I'm looking at my wall right now. It's basically just it's a huge sheet of drywall that I can't really put anything. I can't put any holes into it because the whole thing will come down. However, there's a strip of wood. A lot of Japanese apartments, Japanese style rooms have like a strip of wood just a few feet below the ceiling going all around the room, which you can hammer stuff into.
You don't even need a hammer.
The only thing, I think I was thinking about just hanging up a blanket behind my desk. Like even that would be an improvement because right now I have literally nothing.
Probably.
And my options are limited.
You can also get like a sound dampening blanket.
How much are those?
It depends. I have no idea because, access to those things in Japan might be different, but
Japan.
Yeah, right.
Thanks.
But you can get basically moving blankets, like sort of the same sort of blankets they put in like.
Oh, no. I need these things to stay still.
Oh, Jesus Christ. fucking writing Simpsons episodes here.
Don't freak me out like that again.
You fucking. You're so fucking funny.
All right. I love being hairless. I really do, though. I shaved again recently.
Anyway, you can get those thick kind of black blankets for sound treatment and just hang them up anywhere, especially when they will have what the fuck is it called? Grommets in them, holes that you can hang on a hook. You might have to get a hook, but
Oh, you know what? No, I do. I have some screw hooks in the bar that I bought originally to hang controllers and stuff on. I have some extras.
Okay,
bring some of those home. Yeah,
I don't know how big those hooks are.
They're just small brass hooks that you screw into wood.
Yeah, if they're too small, the blankets might be too heavy for them.
Well, you're too small. Then I'll just put up a bunch.
Okay.
I guess I should look at some specs first because I got to see how heavy these things are and how big those holes are, and then I'll start sounding good.
Yeah, maybe you sound fine though.
It's not fine enough.
Okay, what?
Especially
can't get
because
too obsessed about it.
I mentioned recently I dropped a few $100 on this professional voiceover seminar, which I learned a lot from. But one of those things was like the very first thing the guy teaches you is you should have a good mic, but more important than a good mic is you need to sound treat your space. Like that's number one before you even consider microphone.
Right, for doing professional voiceover work. Yeah.
And a lot of that is just because when you're doing that, you're cranking the gain and the mic is in your throat and the mic is going to be picking up, things from 3 blocks away.
Right. Cranking it. Go on.
Yeah. You just really make sure that your space is well treated. And mine isn't. Like right now, my gain is like, I don't have it as, high as if I would be doing like a smooth and sultry read, if you will.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter that my place is not perfectly sound treated, but when I go into studios to do proper voiceover jobs, you can't even touch that mic. It's the world's hottest mic. I sit down, I put those cans on, I go deaf when I whisper into the mic because they have that thing cranked. I got to crank down my own cans. And then you look around, you see, oh yeah, they've got this very well professionally treated. There's eggshell foam on the wall. There's eggs on the table because I thought I'd be hungry.
Yeah, right.
I don't even remember what my point was, but yeah, I'm not satisfied with my space as it is.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Well, get on it.
Well, why don't you come over here? We'll make a weekend out of it.
Can't go to Japan.
Soon, though, right?
I cannot. I don't know.
Workers are allowed back in. You could be a worker. Wait a minute, just be a worker. Just like You know how like in heist movies where they have one dude on the inside who poses as a worker? Can you just like put on a hard hat and get on a plane and just be like, yep, here to check the main lines, and they let you into the country? Right?
Yes, Alex, I'll try that out.
Yes! Oh man, it's going to be great. Oh, I'm excited.
Why do you ask me though? Because like I'm beholden to the whims of Japan, and I feel like a country that has a storied history of isolationism is probably going to want to like keep things as slow moving as possible.
Well, I mean,
when it comes to reopening,
I think the isolationism only comes into play when you're thinking about it culturally. I think since Japan has discovered international trade, I think they're very open to, keeping borders open for money.
Oh, I know. You can make fun of me for that. But I also mean it in the sense that, like, it's just the general bureaucracy and the paperwork. They love the paperwork, and
there is also
things
that.
Keeping as many roadblocks up as possible in the form of paperwork. For example, this thing right now where they're letting in workers or teachers or whatever. They apparently need 9 different kinds of paperwork and an exact itinerary of exactly where you're going to be. I think a signed paper from your boss or something that you don't have COVID and that you're going to go there and to these places and all that and so on and so forth. Which probably makes sense for Japan because, you can just go ahead and ask your boss in your salaryman job, hey, can you sign this for me? But not everybody in every country has that sort of privilege or access.
Well, I think if you're already here, it's not an issue.
No, but if you're going to go there.
Right. That is true.
So I'm being cautiously optimistic. How about that? I'll believe it when I see it, more likely.
All right.
When Japan says go, then great. We'll figure it out. But
go.
Right now, I'm not at the edge of my seat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So you're just going to have to deal with me not being there yet.
I'm dealing. Somehow.
All right.
I will see you again.
Sometimes it sounds like you don't want to.
What? No, I think you owe me at least $20.
All right, fair enough.
No, that'd be fine.
In the meantime, moving again.
Yes,
we are actually slightly renovating this house before we move in.
Ooh,
changing out the floors.
Okay, you're putting in wacky floors.
Getting rid of some wacky stuff. You said wacky. I'm going to say wacky.
Wacky's
they had like
word.
An outdoor. I have no idea what this is. It appeared to be some sort of outdoor aquarium.
Some sort of travel gate.
A large sort of transparent cube thing.
What?
Where you might put like a giant grill, like a big barbecue grill, but instead it's like a giant transparent sort of tank. And nobody involved in this house had any idea what it really was.
Is it a terrarium?
I guess terrarium, aquarium, something of that sort.
Well, like, are there holes for pipes?
There are pipes. There are pipes toward the bottom.
Oh, there we go.
I'm not familiar with such a thing though, so
it was my understanding
that
like
aquarium.
Yeah, I like an aquarium, you got to have like a filtration system.
Yeah.
But then I don't know if that has like pipes leading out of it. I don't know. I've never had an aquarium. I did have a terrarium when I was growing up, but I did not have an aquarium.
Okay.
I had chameleons.
Another great drop. Thank you.
I had one and my sister had one. Can you guess what I named my chameleon?
Kid Chameleon?
No, even better.
Oh. Gex.
Alex Jr.
Oh, okay.
And I think, you know what? I think I tried to call him AJ for short and it didn't take.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Cool.
Yeah. How does a nickname not take when only one person has to use it?
Yeah, right. Trying to get people to use it.
Yes. Yeah. Stop making AJ stop trying to make AJ happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
There we go.
So, but the previous owners of the house also were really into having a garden and trees and shit like that. So I think it's probably a terrarium or something like that.
Okay.
A bunch of shit we're going to cut down.
In Japan, it's called a tenarium.
Would you stop?
I can't. I got FF on the brain. I do want to talk about FF5, but I'll save that for the next segment.
They also added a lot to this house. For example, there are basically 2 kitchens.
What? You can do an Iron Chef.
Yes.
Like we did at my friend Brad's house in high school.
My Brad friend's house.
Because he has a kitchen upstairs and he has another one in the basement. Because I think they converted their basement into an apartment where his grandmother could live, and then she passed away, but there's still a kitchen down there.
They were conversion happy with this place. For sure. They had, so there's a sunroom connected to a second kitchen that is literally just next to the wall of the real main kitchen, and it's really crazy. But there you go.
Fun.
And then they made a room out of half of the garage, which is what I was thinking of for the recording and office sort of stuff.
Oh, nice.
Just buried at the edge of the garage, where I can be my usual gregarious self.
God.
We'll see. That's about it. That's the gist of it. Looking to do that in the middle of December, maybe in January, if things don't go well. But yeah, try and squeeze in maybe one more episode of No More Whoppers before then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
Hi.
It's already hooked up for internet. We already got internet going at it. But
oh, good.
Yeah. It's just a case of getting in there, waiting for everything to get cleaned up and then go in.
Going on in.
That's the next big thing in my life.
It's exciting. I don't have a next big thing in my life, I don't think. I'm waiting on permanent residency still.
Okay.
I applied for it a few weeks ago. What's that?
That's pretty good. Yeah, a few weeks ago. No word yet.
Well, the good news is they sent me the letter that says, all right, hotshot, you want this shit? Send us these 8 documents in 2 weeks.
Yep. There's that paperwork I'm telling you about.
And not just for me. They also want copies of my wife's stuff as well. So,
of course.
They give you 2 weeks to do it. And we looked at our schedules, and the only day we had 1 day off together. So we're like, we have to do it. We have to get all 8 of these documents on this day.
Jesus.
And by some miracle we did. I mean, it helps a lot that I think half of them we were able to get at one office.
Okay, good.
And then the rest.
You sound like me trying to get this medical stuff cleared up.
Yeah. The rest of them we were able to get from a handful of other offices, and got them all done, sent them in, mailed them up to Kanazawa. I don't know why I need to mail them to Kanazawa this time, because it's the Nagoya Immigration Bureau located in Nagoya. But I guess when they're busy, when they're swamped, they want you to send stuff to Kanazawa for review. So I mailed them up north, and I should hear back in 6 months.
Great.
Because it takes a long time.
Well, you've been here long enough.
What?
You've been in Japan long enough. It's like you're already naturalized.
I guess.
You're a permanent resident in my heart.
Oh, that's sweet. Sure.
Yeah, whatever.
That's fun.
Yeah.
We had another one of those fun, and this happened to me last time I had to get all these documents. It was just a different document. But we went to the pension office. No, we went to the ward office, and I'm like, I need a copy of this that says I paid into my pension. And they're like, you got to go to the pension office. I'm like, oh, okay. So we go to the pension office. I'm like, hi, I need a copy of this that says I paid into my pension. And the woman's like, oh, you can't do that at this pension office. You got to go to the main pension office, which is down this way. And we're like, okay. So we go down to the main pension office, and I'm like, hi, I need this copy of this thing that says I paid into my pension. And she's like, oh, yeah, you don't get that at this office. You get this at the office you just came from. And I'm like, bullshit, I do. They sent me here.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. And then she does some muzikashi, and then eventually comes back with, oh, yeah, we can do that.
Jesus Christ.
The amount of times Japanese bureaucracy has said no and then said muzakashi and then said yes is astounding. Because the average person, when you just hear no, do you leave? Like, I didn't realize the Japanese bureaucracy was like haggling. Like, you're not supposed to take the first deal.
Right. I don't fucking get it. Where does it come from? Why is your default thing no?
I don't know.
Does it come, who is telling you no? What I mean, right? Who is telling them no? Is what I mean. Where is the source? Where is the source of the fucking sickness? I
have come to expect this from bureaucracy, but like it even happens in customer service, because I was bitching about this on Twitter a few months ago, and I might have mentioned this on the show. Stop me if I've heard this one.
I'd expect it there, but yeah.
Stop me if you've heard this one. I called up NTT about a charge on my bill.
Stop.
Okay.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, thank you. I called up NTT about a charge on my bank statement every month. They're taking like $45 out of my account every month, and in my bank book on the statement, for a reason, it just says phone. And I'm like, well, I know that's not right, because I only have one phone. I have two phones. My cell phone, though, I pay that in cash because that's withdrawn from the same bank account, but it's under Rakuten. And then the phone for the business, I pay in cash every month when I get the bill. So what the fuck is this phone? It was just the kanji for Denwa. I'm like, what the fuck?
Uh-huh.
And I call up NTT West, and I'm like, hi, what's the deal with this charge in my bank account every month that just says phone? In fact, the only reason I knew it was NTT is because I saw phone. I said, what the fuck, with a PH, and I took it to my bank, and I asked the woman, I don't know what this is. Can you work your bank magic and find out who this is withdrawing this money from my account every month? And the woman's like, yeah, no problem. And she came back and she said, it's NTT.
Right. Yeah.
And so I call up NTT. I'm like, hey, what's the deal with you just taking $45 out of my account every month? And she's like, oh, it's for services that we perform for you. I'm like, no, it's not, because I get paper bills mailed to me, and I pay those in cash every month. What is this?
Sometimes, I wish I could hear these Japanese conversations with you, and where you're yelling
fun.
At people.
They're very fun. So she says, well, I don't know. I can't tell you. You're going to have to call NTT Communications. I was talking to NTT West, and she said, you got to call NTT Communications. So I'm like, all right, fine. So I call NTT Communications, and I'm like, hi, what's this $45 you're taking out of my account every month? And she's like, I don't know. I can't tell you, but if you call NTT Finance, they can tell you. So I call up NTT Finance, and I say, what's this charge? And she says, I don't know, but if you call NTT West. I'm like, no. That's the first fucking one I called. You're sending me in a circle. I'm not doing this. Just, why can't you give me a straight fucking answer? What is this charge? And guess what? That was months ago. They still haven't told me what it is.
No, I bet not. Jesus Christ.
Here's what they said. They said, oh, it looks like you're not on our web billing system, but if we make a login and a password for you, you can log in on the website and you can see what the charge is. I'm like, why can't you just tell me what it is now? I'm talking to you, cut in quotes, customer service. What is the fucking charge? They would not tell me. They made me an online login, which, by the way, doesn't kick in for 2 months. So that's another $90 that they just get while I'm waiting for this thing to show up.
Fucking Christ.
So I finally get the web login info.
2 months to get an online account.
Mobsters. Wait, did you say who runs it or who wants it? I love Giuseppe. I do love Giuseppe.
No, I said 2 months to get a.
Oh yes, yeah. I thought you said who. I thought you said who. I'm listening. I'm hearing you through a different output than usual, so you're a little bit muffled. I thought you said who runs it, and I said mobsters.
Yeah, story of my life.
It's 2 months to get me in the system, so they can charge me another $90. And then the login criteria show up, and I log in, and it still doesn't tell me. So what I'm doing now is I'm waiting for my next. The charge is there, but it doesn't tell me the address, the services, for which the services are located. It doesn't tell me anything else other than here's money that NTT took from you for quote unquote internet.
Tell me again, they're taking this out of your main bank account?
Yes.
So, okay. So it's not even something you could easily close and then
right. Well, that's the thing is I am going to tell them next time I call, if you guys can't give me a straight answer, I am going to the bank and I'm going to just have them start blocking this transaction because this is theft. You're not telling me why you're taking money out of my bank account. Therefore, you're not going to have any more money.
Why bother waiting for him?
It's going to come to that if I don't get an answer. Because what I'm doing is I'm waiting for the mail to show up. I'm waiting for my next bill because I think the next bill has a number on it that I need to give them. I get 3 different bills. No, I get 2 different bills for different services, and it's very confusing. But like, I should only be paying 2 bills. This is a 3rd bill, and like they had the fucking balls on the phone to say, yeah, maybe it's from an account, maybe it's from an old address that you forgot to cancel. And I'm like, yeah, maybe it is. Why don't you fucking look it up? Like, yeah, good idea. Is it? You're NTT. You're NT fucking T. You tell me. I'm calling you because I need you to tell me. I'm so fucking sick of NTT. I have to admire the sheer fucking audacity of saying, I don't know, maybe it's XYZ. Oh, I don't know. Is it? I'm asking you, idiot. Hi. All right, I'm done.
We so need to take a break.
Yeah, I need to take a break. Thank you.
We really need to take a break here on the show.
Sorry, everybody. We'll be right back.
Oh, my God.
The Hardcore Gaming 101 podcast is on a mission to rank the top games of all time. I like the idea that when Bruce Wayne gets angry, he switches to the Batman voice.
Why do you have such a problem making Boomerang shaped like a bat? You mean like Batman? Not like Batman, just make it for me, Bruce Wayne. Uncanny even with this guy.
It's a Herculean task, and I'd be lying if I said it hasn't taken a toll on our cognitive faculties.
Most people would be happy to have a job during a global pandemic. Dennis.
Hardcore Gaming 101, twice a week, every week. Find us at greenlitpodcast.com.
Folks, we're back. It's No More Whoppers. I'm Ray. That's Alex.
Hi there.
Oh boy, how you doing?
You know, we didn't properly get into this Final Fantasy V earlier. You just played the funny drop.
Yeah, that's right, I did.
Yeah, well, it's good. Are you playing it?
No, I didn't play it yet.
It's fun. I'm stuck right now because I insist on doing a 4-job fiesta even when I don't have to because I like doing 4-job fiesta. And
you like these games?
Yeah, right. And I got a pretty good party makeup. I got Black Mage, Summoner, Bard, and Dancer. The only problem is where I'm at right now, I need a lot of physical power to kill a boss, and I don't have that.
Okay, so why is it good otherwise?
Oh, because it's very magic. Like, I'm going to coast through any battle that requires magic or elemental weaknesses or anything else. It's just physical. And it's only because I don't have Dancer yet. I have not, like, once I get Dancer, that's going to be my fizz. But, like, I don't have that yet.
Your fizz, is that what the kids are saying?
It's delicious. Join me for an egg cream.
Is that what the Zoomers are saying?
Yes.
All topped up on fizz.
Thank you. So I gotta load all my dudes up with knives so they can stab a stupid dragon in the face, and then that'll be that. And then I'll get Dancer, and then
I don't know what you're referring to.
Should be a cakewalk. The boss is called Archeo Avis, and it has 5 forms, and the last form is impervious to magic.
It needs knives. Okay, got it.
Because it's all, Black Mage, Summoner, Bard is all I have. They can all use knives. That's, they got no choice.
Right, not bad.
No, it is bad.
FF5, huh?
Out now. I was thinking this the other day, but the soundtracks in these are so good. I almost wish they had just said, hey, we're going to redo all the soundtracks from 1 through 6 for $90. I'd be like, yeah, that sounds fair. Because, like,
now if it weren't for some other things.
Like, I enjoy these games, but now I also feel obligated to play them because I paid for them. But, like, I would have been happy just with the soundtrack. In fact, is there a way to just, is the soundtrack on sale? Where can I buy the soundtracks? I mean, I guess I could rip it from the game because it's got like a sound test mode, but that's going to take a lot of time. They're so good.
Give it time.
Easily, like, years. They are years beyond whatever visual upgrades have been made to these pixel remasters. You know, it's very out of whack.
The graphics is what you're saying. Oh yes, okay.
Yeah. The music. The music is front and center. The music is way above any quote unquote pixel remastering that has been done.
Sometimes that's all you need to enjoy a game.
Yeah, right. Music is very important, especially in classics like these.
Especially to you, a band nerd.
Yes. Oh yeah, I bought a trumpet.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, because after my wife and I went to the video game orchestra, there wasn't even any brass in there, but it was.
What is this orchestra? Strings? You said
strings. Yeah, it was the Nagoya Game Music Strings, I believe, and it was. Wait, I have the program. Pizzone. Yeah, I had a Pizzone.
No, Nagoya's own. Oh, video game strings.
Hang on. I have a program. Hang on a second. I'm gonna get it. Regale the audience. Here we go. I got the program here from the Nagoya Game Music Strings. October 3rd, 2021. Doors open at 1:15. Oh, yeah, it was in the Tokai City Arts and Entertainment Hall. Here's what they played. For fuck's sake. Okay. Oh, yeah. The first game they covered was something called Megiddo 72, which I don't know anything about.
Okay.
What is that? Is that a mobile game?
I don't know. It sounds like an old anime.
Well, I mean, they included summaries of these games in the program, and it's hang on.
Apparently, it's a mobile RPG
by Dina. Okay,
DNA. Yep.
Dina. Is that how you say that?
Yep.
That's stupid. 2017. Okay. Then next up, we had an Octopath Traveler character theme medley, which was cool, but like,
I love characters.
They're characters welcome. TNT, TBS.
No, USA.
USA, United States of America. Characters welcome. Like, Octopath has some very strong battle musics, but they just did a very brief character theme medley, it was still very nice, but it was like, man, there's so much more to this game. Then they did a selection of tracks from Mario 64, which was nice, and ending with Slider, of course. Then there was an intermission, and then they did Chrono Trigger, 7 songs from Chrono Trigger. One of the longer stretches was three sets of music from the Great Ace Attorney. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm just looking at the kanji and it just says big Dai Gyakuten Kenji. I guess that was the Japanese.
Right. Wait, Kenji?
No?
Gyakuten Kenji is the Miles Edgeworth spinoff.
Oh, you're right. It is Saibon. You're right. Okay, my bad. And then the third act was all FF9, which was really nice. They did a very stirring rendition of Melodies of Life at the very end. I teared up a little bit, and then Ruri teared up a little bit, not because she played the game, but because the girl in front of her was crying.
Sure.
Which I believe is a Japanese thing called morainaki, where you cry because you see someone else crying.
Right, like yawning.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like yawning.
FF9, 21 years old this year.
That's right.
Jesus.
Yeah, out of all the FF games, it's certainly one of them that I played.
You know what?
Fine. What's up?
That Coca-Cola commercial still looks great.
That's the only reason I drink Coke.
Yeah, a Japanese FF9 commercial.
There's FF9 has its own weird, fervorous fan subset, and I can't help but feel that like
FFS.
I can't help but feel that the people who praise and worship FF9 are doing so as a reaction to the people who praise and worship FF7?
Alex, I gotta tell you, every single Final Fantasy game has crazy fans.
I guess so.
Because they're all different worlds and character sets.
I guess you're right.
You either love all of them, most of them, or just one of them.
Or you live long enough to become the villain. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mystery on par with why are people suddenly touting Chrono Trigger as the greatest game of all time. Like, where did that come from? Yeah, it's a great game. Of course it is. What's one of Squaresoft's greatest RPGs? Greatest game of all time. But I see people talking about FF9 the same way. Like, yeah, it's fine, I guess. What is the infatuation with FF9?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Oh.
People like video games.
I've never liked... I like the gameplay a lot. I like the skill system in FF9. And the soundtrack's pretty strong. But I've never liked the character designs themselves. I just think everyone looks kind of squat and goofy and dumb.
All right. Pop quiz, hot shot.
Okay.
Can you explain why you like FF6 so much?
I mean, yeah, I like the story. I like the characters. I like the sprite work, it's gorgeous. I like the soundtrack. I like the fact that the second half of the game is open ended and you can just kind of do things in any order. Yeah, I like it. That's what I like about it.
Maybe people can just say simply the same things about 9.
Yeah, I guess.
What if someone just said those same things about 9? What would you think?
Well,
would you think they're crazy?
Not true. Because 9 doesn't have beautiful sprite work or an open-ended second half.
Okay, well, adjust for inflation or whatever. Whatever associated thing. Like if somebody just said the same thing about 9, you wouldn't think, oh my God, what the fuck is your problem? I still don't get what your fucking problem is. You wouldn't be like that. You'd be like, yeah, okay, that sounds reasonable.
I mean, all right, I kind of understand it because if you gave me a choice, like if you said you could only play one PS1 FF for the rest of your life, I'd probably say 9.
Okay.
But I don't know. People like I can understand how it's somebody's favorite PS1 Final Fantasy, but favorite Final Fantasy of all time is beyond me.
People like what they like.
I guess.
Hey, I finished one of the greatest games of all time.
What's that?
Super Metroid.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I just finally buttoned that up.
Oh, for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, I played most of it before when it first came out.
Oh, but that last fight is real satisfying, though.
Yeah, I guess. I had already spoiled it years ago, so I already knew what was going on. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's really not that big of a fucking deal.
That was a big story moment for me as a kid because I was not expecting Super Metroid to have any kind of substantial storytelling in the middle of a battle.
Yeah, really, I just felt like playing Super Metroid.
Okay, well, there you go.
That's what it boils down to. And I believe, like I said last time, I was also trying to finish Samus Returns.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe I'll finally move on to Dread after that. So,
okay. I've been thinking about playing that, but am I going to understand it if I have not seen the recent Judge Dredd?
Yeah, Keith Urban isn't even in it.
Fuck! Well, no sale.
Carl Urban, excuse me. Keith Urban's the singer.
Double no sale. I want both in there.
Okay. There's no Urbans.
Yeah, I was told both of the Urban brothers were going to be in this game.
God damn, no, there's an urban free zone.
Oh, no.
Also known as industrial?
Farmland? Yeah, Metroid Dread starring Steve Farmland.
Yeah.
Is it Samus or Seamus? Because I've heard both.
Oh, that got me.
Fun.
Christmas is just around the corner. I wonder if I should just ask for it for Christmas. However, for my gaming lifestyle, it's probably just better to ask for gaming gift cards.
It is better to ask for Metroid than beg for forgiveness.
Nintendo bucks or Microsoft bucks or Steam bucks. Well, less so Microsoft bucks. In fact,
Camel
Microsoft
Cash?
bucks are pissing me off today.
You can buy Metroid with Camel Cash.
Yeah, okay. I don't think Nintendo would approve of that.
Fuck. Yeah, remember when they had to cut out in the intro, I forget which game it was, they had to cut out Mario smoking a cigarette. But it's still in the Saturn version.
Alex, there's no... What? Okay.
That was referring to Chris Redfield in Resident Evil.
Yeah, I see. Yes.
Because, yeah, they cut him smoking a cigarette out of the North American PS1 release, the OG. But I think... I don't know if this is an urban legend or what, but I've heard that there are some versions of the Saturn port released in North America that do still have that scene. My copy of the Saturn version does not have it.
I'm not sure, one way or another. I haven't checked that. I thought it was pretty much just a blanket thing. They did not get it in the American version at all.
Well.
And then they meant to for the director's cut and then fucked it up.
They what?
They fucked up the director's cut. The director's cut was gonna have it.
Oh, really?
Or at least the added gore in the intro.
Oh, right.
The added, I don't know, dismembered arm or something.
Remember when Jill shouts Joseph, but it just sounds like she says Yose?
I do not remember that at all.
I remember that because as a kid I was like, what did she just say? That's not a name.
All right.
She shouted syllables.
Fuck,
let me tell you this about that house, though. There are terrible demons.
I heard there's some bad things going on, yeah.
Ouch. Thank you. Truly a great moment in survival horror. One of the classic lines. Ouch!
Yes, indeed.
There are terrible demons. Ouch! All right.
I now ended up with almost every Resident Evil game on Steam.
Cool.
Yeah, just it's not a brag. It's just something that happened.
What about Gun Survivor?
That's not on Steam.
Boat Survivor.
Not on Steam.
Revelitons.
Yes.
Bio Babies.
Not on Steam.
Kid Dracula.
Okay, Jesus.
Final Fantasy VII.
I don't even have the... Well, I do have that, yeah.
Deltarune Chapter 2.
No, I have that on itch.
Quicken.
No, wait, just Chapter 1.
Fightcade. I'm just looking at my desktop.
Hey, speaking of games...
what do you got?
They leaked the working designs translation of that Goemon PS2 game.
Oh, no, though.
Have you heard about this, Kev?
No.
Well, actually, I think you did hear about it, but...
oh, did I?
Yeah.
On the Discord?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's cool. That was a very cool thing to see because that was essentially Working Design's last game, but they had to cancel it.
Oh.
It's a PS2 game from the end of the year 2000, so it's a first wave Japanese PS2 game.
Whoa.
Working Designs worked hard to license it and then spent 3 years essentially localizing it and trying to get it out the door and didn't.
Okay.
But it is an interesting story, an interesting specimen of a game. However, yeah, if they did release it, they would have been just pilloried.
Yeah, but I don't know what that means.
It is raked over the coals because it is a first year PS2 game. It doesn't even look good enough to be a PS2 game in most people's eyes. The graphics are not up to snuff. And so if it was released in 2005, as it apparently was going to be, it wouldn't have worked out. It barely would have worked out in 2002 when they first showed it to people at E3.
Woof.
And gave out like the plush Goemon dolls that apparently you got 2 of at E3.
Yeah. I don't know
how. But yeah, that was part of it. And it's pretty good. It's on hiddenpalace.org. Some people acquired it a few months ago and they got it dumped and released. And so
good
you can
stuff.
play it. I do plan on streaming it. I think that'd be interesting.
Do it. When did Working Designs cease to exist?
Not too long after this, they released the Growlancer games. The Growlancer? They released that set, and then that was it. That was 2006.
Because I still have some. I have review copies of Growlancer 2 and 3, and a Working Designs folder. They sent
2004
in this beautiful shiny folder. Like this must have been for GameSpy in like 2003 or 4.
Yeah, I did the same. I either reviewed it or previewed it. I think I previewed it, and then you did the review, maybe. But yeah, that was the end of 2004, and so Goemon was going to be their last game.
Okay.
If the stars had aligned.
Wow.
They did not.
I have to, I think this has come up on the Discord, but I was like, when I was... when I got a Sega CD, I thought Working Designs was just the coolest shit I'd ever seen because they're taking this game and they're translating it into English, but they're also giving it a sassy new English localization.
Yeah, and I really like cartoons. I like to laugh.
It was really the first time I had ever encountered like an honest-to-goodness localization and not just a translation. Although, I mean, I guess Ted Woolsey's job on FF6 was he was doing what he could. It was kind of a localization than a straight-up translation. But this was the first time.
Here's the funny thing.
What?
Oh, go ahead. Finish your thought.
No, I was just going to say this is the first time that I'd seen it looked like people were having fun doing a translation.
Yeah. But then, ironically, Goemon, the PS2 game from a series known for wacky cartoon hijinks, is a pretty sedate story. Like, it's not as wacky as the other Goemon games.
Sure.
And so, Working Designs also just kind of translated it kind of straight. It does have all the same sort of characters. It has Goemon and Ibisumaru and Sasuke, just in different sorts of slightly different characterizations. And the story's not quite as silly. And is what I'm trying to say.
Fun.
There's no impact. There's no mecha.
Aw.
None of that shit. But so it is interesting on many different levels to me as a fan of those games. So I do want to get into it eventually. Even if it does suck, I don't really care. I just still want to play it. How else are you going to know if you don't know for yourself?
That's your motto. And then I think by the time Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete had rolled around, I was my stance on working designs was like, okay, yeah, I get it.
You know what? That whole company could just be called Over Nerd Incorporated because
what's Victor Ireland up to these days?
Hiding.
Oh no,
he disappeared.
Yeah, what happened to him?
I probably bankrupted again or something. Well, he started the offshoot company Gaijin Works, and then was kind of doing the same sort of stuff, being his sort of loudmouth self, a little bit less than he did with Working Designs, but then released a few games under that company, and then just disappeared. He's not around.
He's working the front desk at a library in.
We do not know the status
Duluth.
Of him.
Well, didn't we? Or didn't you take a picture of him on the E3 show floor in like his suit and tennis shoes?
Me? No, I don't think so.
Are you sure? You pointed him out to me at like 2002, 2003.
I don't recall this. I definitely don't recall. I
distinctly remember you pointing to a schlubby guy in a suit wearing white tennis shoes and saying that's Victor Ireland.
That may have happened to you. I don't know if it was me doing it. Maybe it been one of our friends.
Look, you and I know, as well as I do, I did not go anywhere without you on that show floor.
Oh, that's not true. How else did you get to that Kojima interview?
I don't know. Dave Smith held my hand.
Yeah, not Ray Bartholt.
All right.
Ray was not there.
That's true.
We went to different awkward interviews.
I also, speaking of interviews, I distinctly remember, like at E3, I remember I had three or four like big interviews. Kojima being one of them. The other one was Kawamoto, the Cowboy Bebop guy. But there was an Eiji Aonuma interview that I was scheduled to do, and I think it's just common. Like maybe you can shed some light on this on the internal workings of 1UP. At the time, but like, is it common for like established writers in the office to just swoop in and steal the interview from the hapless freelance guy? Because I had 2 interviews scooped out from under me by somebody else in the office, I guess, who just wanted them. Because I was scheduled for an Eiji Aonuma interview, and I show up at the Nintendo booth, and I'm like, yeah, I have a 3:30 with Mr. Aonuma, and they're like, oh no, someone from 1UP is already here. They said they're taking it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's just a thing you guys can do. All right, cool. Thanks for the heads up. And then
it never happened to me personally, but yeah, I could definitely see why someone would take advantage of that.
And then it happened again. This might have just been like a mix-up in scheduling, but I had a DDR interview with Konami, and I showed up. Fucking who was already there? What's his name? Patrick Warburton? That's not the guy. Who was?
No, I was
Patrick
there
Klepek.
Too. Yeah,
Patrick Klepek was already seated and like ready to start this interview, and I'm like, wait, Patrick, are you here? Are you here for the 1UP, the Ziff Davis interview? And I think he said yes. And I'm like, okay, well, so am I. I don't think he was there to steal it. I think we just like, they just double booked this interview. So like it was really awkward for like 2 people not communicating with each other from the same publication or from the same publisher to show up and do an interview.
It was awkward. I don't know if it was awkward to bring it up 15 years later, but okay.
Oh, guess what? It was.
I really don't think so.
That was fun. We had fun. We had good times.
That was us. Yes, indeed.
And then I got a photo with Gary, not Oldman, Gary Coleman. I'm fucking up all my names today.
Well, you didn't. You corrected yourself.
What are the other highlights? I saw this guy I'd never heard of before, but Andrew Vessel went across the room in the media room to talk to this kid I'd never heard of called Tim Rogers. I hung back. I didn't know who the hell he was. And then I think you and I actively avoided the Penny Arcade guys, and that was E3.
Okay.
I know, because I saw them on a bus. I don't know if you were there. I think you were there. Maybe it was me and Aaron.
Oh, see, it turns out, yeah, we didn't go everywhere together.
Yeah, well, because you had your own stuff to do. You had interviews and shit to do, right?
Yeah, now it's all coming together. Now it's coming.
Thanks.
Now it's coming to light.
Still never been to a TGS, however.
That's a different kind of people swooping in to go to a TGS and do all the interviews.
Although I do remember there was some overlap when we like. Because I think didn't Andrew Vessel use a Crunk Games credentials to get into TGS in 2004?
I don't think so.
No,
I'm not sure that was exactly it.
I definitely remember that.
Okay. Well, then don't ask me if I remember that.
Well, the point of bringing it up is, here's a story I remember. Can you shed any more light on that? Not just, here's a list of facts I know. It's a conversation. It's a give and take, Raymond.
You got to be more specific then, because the answer is no, I don't remember.
Oh. Well, I do remember that.
All right.
But that's funny to me, is anybody going to TGS and somebody looking at their credentials and like, oh, Crunk Games, yes, right this way.
Well, of course, that's not exactly how it goes, but yeah, I understand. I understand what you mean.
I've still never been to a TGS, and I think at this point, there's no point in going, because from what I hear, it just keeps getting more and more crowded every year. Unless it's less crowded on the
adjacent.
What's that?
You've been in town.
Yes, but I've never gone, because I only go up to go to the 8-4 party. Our pals at 8-4 put on a big old pre-TGS party every year, and like I'll go up to Tokyo for that, but then I will haul ass back to Nagoya before the show, the actual show proper. And the reason I do that is, I mean, at the time it was because I kind of didn't really care. Like, I wanted to go up and hang out with folks, but I didn't want to actually, have to put up with, surrounded by nerds at a show for games where I'm interested in maybe 8% of them.
Well, hey, speaking of surrounded by nerds, don't forget this memory from E3 2005. I just showed you in Discord.
I'm bringing up Discord. Is it? And oh my God, I remember this. Anime for the Apocalypse, the University of Michigan Japanese Animation Society. And then the Crunk Games watermark in the corner just makes it.
Right.
Oh, that's
so we
gorgeous.
Need to protect our brand.
Oh my God. I lost my train of thought because I was looking at this garbage.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, TGS. I never went to the show proper because I just wasn't interested in it. I wanted to go to the party and hang out with cool people, but I didn't want to be surrounded by nerds. And I don't mean that disparagingly. I mean that TGS has traditionally had a problem with overcrowding. I don't know if it's better on press days, but I know that on the general public days, it's a nightmare. So it's just like, well, I kind of don't want to have to put up with that. Also, at the cost of paying more money per night for a hotel room. Like, I didn't mind going up to the party, for one night and then coming back the next day.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't know. Like, honestly, who cares? Like, if I learned anything writing about games briefly, freelancing for a couple of years, it was that I just don't care about the majority of games.
Yes.
It was the most
that for 10 years of No More Whoppers.
That's right. But to me, it was the most disappointing takeaway of my first E3, because you think of E3 as a kid, you're like, it's this magical experience. It's this show. It's this collection of lights and sounds and video games. And it is, but it's also, it's 90%. Here's the new FPS from Blamosoft.
Did you even care about the majority of games back then in 1994?
Well, no, but that's a lesson that I was in the process of learning, because you and I had the good fortune to write for a site that specialized like exclusively in the kinds of games that we liked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the GIA was all RPGs and like rhythm games and quirky Japanese stuff. It was great.
More
it was
so
like,
yeah, for sure.
It was everything in my wheelhouse. And so I got kind of used to that. Like it's not like my brain forgot that other genres existed, but like I got so comfy only having to worry about games that I liked that when I started freelancing for gamers.com and then 1UP, it was a rude awakening. Like, oh right, I've got to pretend to care about other genres now, and I really don't want to.
Yes.
And now as an adult, the idea of going to a trade show like that is just like, I don't think so. I'm perfectly happy to just read the news on Twitter or catch up the next day without having to physically be there.
Even more so right now.
Oh yeah,
when
of course.
All that shit is live streamed, and yeah, you'll just see it on Twitter anyway.
Yeah.
There was definitely a certain appeal to being, some of the first people to play a new game. I've always enjoyed that. I enjoyed that since going to like the toy test at the Seattle Science Center.
Ooh. What'd you play?
Dynamite Heady, Wario Blast, Donkey Kong Country.
Wow.
Bubsy for Jaguar. Fucking, yeah, all the big hits of 94.
But I feel like having early access to a game, especially on a show floor, is pointless, I think, for two reasons. One, because most people are either going to give it, I think because there's only two ways that you can write about that experience. And it's A, this is awesome. It's the greatest thing ever. This game's going to be great and the best. And that's a worthless take because it doesn't mean anything. And then two, it looks interesting, but it's still too early to know, which is also meaningless. Like, there's no point, I think, in playing and writing about something that has not had an official release. It's all speculation at this point. Like, all of it could change. What's the point?
Yeah, isn't it funny? Isn't it funny how fucking useless it all is?
Yes! But, like, it's very silly. It's very, like, I'm kind of glad. I mean, I'm not glad that it happened to you, but like when the whole like video game media bubble burst in the mid 2000s, like I'm glad that by that point I had already given up on trying to move out there and write for a magazine or a website, because by the end of my college career it had already started going downhill. And then by the time I graduated, it was like, oh yeah, there's no point in doing it now. Like, shit's not looking good. And now they get any 12-year-old and robot to write this shit.
Wow, that's a good pairing. What's their channel?
I don't know.
Yeah, we like talking about this, don't we?
We do.
Typical
and it's
old men.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's worth talking about because, I mean, not for this length certainly, but it's worth talking about simply because it is an industry that we were involved in, and you more than me because you were like physically there, but like it was an industry we were involved in that was directly tied to our hobby. And now that we moved on from it, we are still very much into the hobby. And there's different ways to look at things when you're doing it, like from the vantage point of just a person who likes XYZ genres and not, oh, I got to write this preview about this game by Thursday and I've got to pretend to sound excited about it. Like it's doing that kind of work for even the brief time that I did has colored the way that I approach games and think about games, sometimes not in a good way.
That's too bad.
Well, no, I mean, I still have fun.
All right. I'm okay, though. I still like games the same way I did when I was 12, basically.
I don't.
I really polished my tastes, I guess, is a weird way to put it. But, yeah.
All right.
At an early age, and so I pretty much follow that these days.
Well, I've like over in the past couple of years in particular, I've kind of had this rude awakening that I don't know that I can get into, like, you know me, I love my 2D RPGs, but I also feel like I've seen it all. I can't imagine playing another 2D RPG that's really going to wow me ever again. There's nothing I've not seen. I guess Undertale was kind of the last thing to kind of make me say, oh, neat.
Probably because you've seen things that look better, like you've seen what games with brand new graphics look like. And so something that is a 2D RPG probably isn't going to immediately grab you because your brain already knows it's old looking.
Well, no, but I like that. Like it's my favorite aesthetic is 2D sprite work. Like I want to see a beautiful 2D RPG. But the problem is the story or the characters aren't there to match the look, or vice versa. Like maybe a game has good characters but not a great visual style.
Yeah, the stories are pretty bad mostly.
But
we got too many people trying to make a fucking Final Fantasy gameplay, but not enough people trying to write a better story.
Yes,
and that's really the problem.
Yes, to me, I think
it's you know what it is? It's the same old anime nerds every single time.
Yes,
it's just the same old nerds trying to write shit that just falls flat.
And it also makes it very hard for me to get recommendations because when people do recommend things and I play them and it's just same old anime shit, it's like, why would you recommend this?
Yeah.
Because the thing that's going to set a game apart and make it stand out is, I think at this point, and I made this note to myself. I've written this same note to myself in at least 10 different margins in all of my notebooks when I'm working on whatever game that I'm working on. And the note is this. All of this is going to seem really trite on paper, but it's the writing and the characterization and the implementation that have to make it stand out because nothing else will. I mean, maybe apart from the visual style, but that might not be under my control. But like,
and the graphics,
everything seems, all of this is going to seem boring and old on paper. You are going to need, like, it is going to be the script and the characterization and the world building that are going to bring it to life. Because that's all that's left. Like, that's all that is left to set these things apart. Because everything is the same old anime story.
Or it swings too much in the other way, where it's like trying to almost be like Western fantasy story, yeah. but with fucking, I don't know, whatever, FF Tactics gameplay or something, like like trying to mash the peanut butter with the chocolate, and the chocolate is too bitter, and the peanut butter is too crunchy, and it's just not going to work.
Not for me.
Does that make any sense?
Ray, it makes a lot of sense. You know what also makes sense is I think we should take a break because I got to go to work soon.
Good, because I'm tired of listening to you rant.
Hey!
Get over it already. Just
You're
play
mean.
FF14.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Casual Magic, the show where we explore the fun side of Magic the Gathering. I'm your host, Shivam Putt, and each week we delve into everything from casual format to explorations of creatures and card types to interviews with designers of the game. At Casual Magic, we believe that it just isn't Magic without the Gathering. Come along and play.
Folks, we're back. It's No More Whoppers. I'm Ray the Alex.
Hi.
Did I say it too fast? It does?
You did. You said it too fast. Let's take it nice and slow. ASMR, Alex and Ray talk at each other in sultry tones.
Alex really? Alrighty. Well, now, here we are at the last leg of the show. You got to get to work soon.
That's right, yeah. Speaking of legs, I got to go stand on mine.
Content is on the horizon.
Did you know content is king?
I did know. In
Cool.
fact, I knew it so well that I have a song queued up for it.
Oh my God.
It's just the fan fun theme. It's nothing new.
Play it.
I'm sorry.
Fan fun. We love the fan fun. I don't like this one anymore. In a good way. Maybe you like the Facebook. We need a new one, possibly. And then Raymond. Send us stories and then money. A lot of it. And you get $1 for a second. Wait, no, you get a second for $1. And then there's some other things. We hope it doesn't offend you.
Well, hold on. We're going to wait for it to end first.
Don't let it finish. Oh, God.
And I'm going to ask you.
Hi.
When you want me to play the fan fun theme, what is the song in your head that you think I'm going to play?
I want you to make up a new one every time.
That cannot happen.
I want you to improvise a fan fun theme.
That's not going to happen.
Hang on, I had to take my headphones off. I hope you didn't say anything important.
It's going to be the same one every time.
All right, fine. All right, we got some phone fun. This looks like it's from a Carl in Baltimore. Are you ready for this?
Hey, what number should they call?
Oh, you know what? 805 NMW Talk.
It's TALK Talk.
TALK Talk, which is clacked backwards.
Whoppers. That's our No More Whoppers hotline.
Yes.
Now who?
All right. Here's our first call from Carl in Baltimore. I'm going to hit play right now.
Hi, guys. It's Carl in Baltimore again. The only Carl you really need. So I have some friends. They have a 3-year-old. There's a pandemic out, right? So you got to put a mask on your 3-year-old when you send her to school. The 3-year-old likes My Little Pony, and you can guess where this is going. They buy some My Little Pony masks off of the internet, which, let me remind you, are the size for 3-year-olds. And they're, looking through the masks saying, all right, well, here you go. Here are your masks to take to school. Which one do you want to wear today? And some of them are inappropriate for children. So thanks, nerds. Thanks for making it so you can't buy a mask for a 3-year-old without having, a couple little ones where horses are having sex just mixed in there to make them a little more fun. Bye.
Cool.
Oh.
Good work, nerds.
Oh, dear.
Good work. Yeah. Good work, internet.
That's a shame. That's a different scope of overnerd that we've
had before. I think that's what we call an uber nerd.
Yeah. Not sure really what to call it or classify it as. But
jeez. Aren't those things clearly labeled or identified when you buy them online?
No.
Cool. God damn it.
That would require responsibility on the part of the creators and the platform holders. I assume this was did he say what it was? I assume it was Etsy or something.
I don't know. It just says off the internet.
Okay. Well,
speaking of which,
whatever.
Let's read this transcript. Hi guys, it's Carl in Baltimore. Again, the only call you really need. So I have some friends. They have a 3-year-old. There's a pandemic out, right? So you got to put a mask on your 3-year-old when you send her to school. The 3-year-old likes My Little Pony, and you can guess where this is going. They buy off My Little Pony. Mask off of the internet, which, let me remind you, are the size for 3-year-olds, and they're, looking through the mask saying, all right, well, here you go. Here, your ma'am, to take the school. Which one do you want to wear today? And some of them are inappropriate for children, so thanks, nerds. Thanks for making it. So you can't buy I'm Asked for a 3-year-old without having, a couple of little ones where horses are having sex just mixed in there and make them a little more fun. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Carl. Now, we did get a follow-up from Carl, which I'm going to play right now.
Hey, guys. Carl from Baltimore again. I forgot to say in the last one, are we allowed to swear on that? Fuck.
Hey, guys. Carl from Baltimore again. I forgot to say on the last one, we allowed to swear on this fuck? You sure
okay.
are.
Great.
Yes. Yes. Please use your saltiest language.
Can't be on a podcast and not ask if you can swear on here.
That's right. Thank you, Carl. Oh boy, we've received what I can only describe as an audiobook. From our next caller. I think this is an over nerd, but oh man,
well, makes our job easier.
It does, because I get to hit play and I get to walk away and get ready for work, and by the time I get back 15 minutes later, it'll be done.
Hey, Ray and Alex, this is Andrew, and I'm calling with an over nerd. Shout out to my friends Jenga, Mike. All right, anyways, playing the game Unpacking just came out. Very charming game where you just unpack items. That's it. Really cute. You unpack a bunch of boxes however you want, and then you move on to another level. There's no narration, no extra story. And we get to a level about an hour into it, and we see an item, and we have no idea what this is. And we keep rotating it, and we're looking at it, and we're taking guesses, and we're like, what is this purple mug-looking thing? There's a carabiner on it, but, what could it be? And I take a photo of it, and I go to the Discord of the game, and I jump through all the hoops, because Discord's Discord, and yep, I'm this person, I'm from North America, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I agree to your terms. All right. Post the picture. What is this? Immediately get a response. That's a spoiler. You should put that in spoiler chat. And I'm just saying, no, what is this item? And they say, no, go to the spoiler chat. It's in there. And I look in the spoiler chat, can't find it. I'm like, I'm sorry, can't find it. I said, oh, okay, well, here's a link. I click on the link, it doesn't work. I said, sorry, the link doesn't work. And they respond with, what are you using Discord on? And I said, well, mobile. Oh, yeah, it doesn't work on mobile, sorry. Well, it is a spoiler. And I go, okay. And someone DMs me a screenshot of the spoiler chat revealed, the part I couldn't find or didn't see. And then another person's like, yeah, sorry, we don't do spoilers around here. And I'm like, I just want to know what the item is. And they're like, here, I will copy the spoiler for you. And they did. And I was able to, reveal the hidden text. Oh, that's what it is. And then they said underneath, the reason people keep linking to that list of the FAQ is because this question is asked a lot. But I copied the answer for you. If you want to see it for yourself in the spoiler chat, click here. This person is a developer on the game, but anywho, it turns out it's a chalk bag for rock climbing. As someone who has never rock climbed before, we had no idea what it was, and apparently that's a spoiler. I don't know how it's a spoiler. I've already talked too much. I'm sorry for taking up so much of your time just explaining this stupid thing, but I feel it's over nerdy. These people who are so protective of spoilers who can't just tell me what the rock climbing bag is. All right. This is dumb. I'm going to listen to this later when you guys are in the podcast and be like, I should have edited this out. Blah. Bye.
Thank you, Andrew. Oh, that was a whirlwind tale.
Well, a little self-awareness is fine. So
a lot of twists and turns. Yes. Yeah, that's dumb. That's
yeah.
Hey, that sure ain't a spoiler.
Could have been a classic Alex rant if it had been any other universe where that occurred.
What do you mean by that?
It means you're yelling at people like, what is it? What is it? You're leading me in circles here. What is it? I'm Alex.
Yeah,
what's going on?
I guess I do say that a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Oh man, let's see if I can blow through this transcript.
You don't have to.
I do. Raymond, I do. It's part of the show. We're going to see if I can do it without my throat drying out. Hey, Ryan, Alex, this is Andrew, and I'm calling with an over-near shout-out to my friend Sangha Mike. All right. Anyways, playing the game, Unpacking, just came out. Very charming game where you just unpack items. That's it. Really cute. You have fun, pack a bunch of boxes. However you want, and then you move on to another level. It's no relation or extra story, and we get to level about an hour into it, and we see an item, and we have no idea what this is, and we keep rotating it. We're looking at it off. We're taking guesses, and we're like, what is this purple mug-looking thing? There's a carabiner on it, but like, what could it be? And I took a photo of it and go to the Discord of the game, and I jump through all the hoops, because this court's Discord, and yep, this person, I'm from North America, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I agree to your terms. All right, post a picture. What is this? Immediately get a response. That's a spoiler. You should put that in spoiler chat, and I'm just saying, no, what is this item? And they say, no, go to the spoiler chat. Hang on, I have to scroll. It's in the back, and I look in the spoiler chat, can't find it. I'm like, I'm sorry, can't find it. I said, okay, well, here's a link. I click on the link. It doesn't work. I said, sorry, link, doesn't work. And they respond with, what version? What are you using Discord on? And I said, well, mobile. Oh, yeah, it doesn't work on mobile, sorry. Well, it is a spoiler, and I go, okay, and Phone Stolen DMs me a screenshot of the spoiler chat revealed the part. I couldn't find or didn't see, and then another person's like, yeah, sorry, we don't go walk around here. And I'm like, I just wanted to know what the item is. And they're like, here, I will copy the spoiler for you. And they did. And I was able to know the reveal, the hidden text. Oh, that's what it is. And then they said underneath, the reason people keep linking to that list of the fact is because this question is asking a lot, but I copied the answer for you. If you want to see it for yourself in the spoiler chat, click here. With this person is a developer on the game. But hey, it turns out, it's a chalk bag for rock climbing. As someone who has never rock climbed, before we had no idea what it off, and apparently that's the spoiler. I don't know how it's a spoiler. I've already talked too much. I'm sorry for taking up so much of your time, just explaining this stupid thing. But I feel it's over nerdy, these people who are so protective of spoilers, who can't just tell what the rock climbing back is. All right, this is dumb. I'm going to listen to this later. When you guys are in the podcast wage, I've just had a better date. This out by. Thank you, Andrew. Oh my goodness. Good stuff. I've heard, I think one of my regulars is also playing Unpacking at the moment. And, I think she said it's very relaxing in a weird way.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Games.com.
I heard they're porting, Halo to the Game.com. Is that true?
Yeah, they already did that.
Did they really?
No. But I fooled you for that split second, didn't I?
You know what? You did.
I had you in my hand, and I almost crushed you, but I decided to let you go back into the sea.
Feel free to crush me anytime.
You wonderful, sweet, ignorant child.
I don't live in the sea.
Well then, that's the voicemails.
Yeah. Thanks for calling,
Thanks
folks.
everybody for calling to 805-NMW Talk.
Yes.
And you can keep calling. We like it. Glad to hear from at least one of our Carls this week.
Yeah, so many Carls.
Yeah. We got the real one, the fake one. I think there was a third. I don't know. But hey, if your name is Carl for real, legally, please give us a call. Let us know.
But please also provide proof. We're going to need a scan of your ID. Yes. Photo's not enough. You scan both sides.
And a positive test.
Wait, positive test?
Yeah, so actually, no, wait a minute. Okay. This is the thing. So I had to get a chickenpox titer.
Yeah.
Which is what they call the test.
Right.
Test of the titer. It's a medical term. So if you get a positive titer, it's actually good.
What?
And that's what the school wants. The school wants either the immunization record or a positive titer.
That's bizarre.
So I'm sure there's a little bit of circular logic. You know how doctors work.
Yeah.
The fact being that you are positive in the sense that you're positive you don't have it. No, right. But more in the sense that, you had it at one point, but now you're immune. Your body is naturally immune to it. So,
okay.
In some way that is known as positive.
All right. Well, it's all very confusing.
I don't know. Yeah, it is very confusing, but hey, it's a real thing. And that's what I've learned.
That's fun.
And I'm pretty sure I don't have chickenpox. So, yeah.
Good.
I got chickenpox on my 5th birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
And my mom was so nice as to take a Polaroid of me and write on the back, chickenpox on his birthday. Great, thanks.
I know that
5 or 6, one of those.
What's the deal with shingles? Is that like adult chickenpox? I've heard that's uncomfortable.
Well, I guess you can call it that, but yeah, it's a different kind of thing. It is, yeah. It is certainly related, yeah.
It is what it is.
It's a bad skin condition. You don't want it.
No.
You don't want shingles. You don't want pink eye.
Oh, wait, what about craft shingles?
No, Alex.
Damn it. All right, fine.
You had me thinking of like a craft, which is a type of paper as well, or like cardboard. Like craft boxes would be cardboard boxes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a different kind of craft, obviously, but yeah, that made me think of that. Craft shingles made me think of cardboard because I'm an idiot. Well, that's about it for the show. Thanks
Wait a minute,
hang
on.
Listening.
Wait, I did want to briefly, as long as we're doing doc talk, I went to a brain doctor because I was having brain problems.
Yes.
I was just having really bad headaches, and
my God, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was because I slept on my neck funny, but like in a way I've never done before. And I find a neck brain guy, and I show up. I look at his I look at his hours.
Ear, neck, and brain doctor.
Yeah, ear, neck, and brain. EMB. I look at his hours on Google Maps, and it's like 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And I'm like, awesome, because it's like 12:30, and I show up there at 12:45, and I'm like, all right, I'll just walk on in. And there's a sign on the door that says closed for lunch between 1 and 2 p.m. Like, all right, cool. Would be great if you could put this on the Google Maps. So I got to sit outside for 75
what is this,
minutes.
A deli?
Yeah, and then I took a number. So I wait outside for 75 minutes. Then I go in. I see the guy. And I'm like, this guy is ancient. He is so old that if I go back, I will not be surprised if the receptionist says, oh, he retired.
Yeah, okay.
He's just very, very old. And I saw he had a diploma on his wall from the American University of Neurology. So I was like, maybe he speaks a little bit of English? Because I looked it up, but I looked it up online, and it seemed to be a mostly Japanese organization.
Okay.
Because like,
the American college or the American high school in Tokyo or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like where,
Yeah, or like American school, that talent thing.
Mixture of immigrants and, yeah.
Immigrants! Even if it was the Bears, I knew it was them.
Continue?
And I had to deal with them in Japanese, which is fine. I mean, I can get through that. But it's, when I'm talking about my health, I prefer to, I like to fall back on English if I have to. But I basically explained to him, in Japanese, I slept on my neck funny, and then we're talking about it, and then he pulls out the X-rays, and he puts them up on the thing, and he starts pointing to them, and then but my first thought is, okay, maybe the X-rays are gonna shed some light into what's going on here, and then I realized, oh, he didn't take X-rays of me yet. So he just has these lying around, I guess. Like, I'm guessing this affliction is just common enough where he can just pull some out and be like, this is what you have.
Yeah, he's got the stock photos.
Yeah. He had stock photos. He basically puts these two x-rays up on the thing, clicks the light on so they're illuminated from behind, and he just points at one and he goes, yeah, this is what a neck is supposed to look like. And then the other one, this is what your neck looks like. Like, all right. So yeah, change your behavior and I'll write you a prescription for some meds.
And the picture of yours is just like a bent fork. That's not good.
Yeah, so he gave me some meds which are already gone, and I've now gone to sleeping on one pillow instead of two, which I think was what did it. It was just real fluffy and comfy.
Not bad.
But yeah, it's still not gone yet. And it really better get gone soon because I'm out of painkillers. And it was very uncomfortable. It was like the whole left side of my head was trying to flee my body. It was very bad. It started off as a pinch in my neck on the left side, and then it just slowly spread through the left side of my head, like through my ear, and then to the right behind my left eye, which is where it gets the name occipital neuralgia.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It sucks. No, it hurts. I got to sleep better.
We wish you luck with your spine and related things.
Thank you.
And neck. All that stuff. I hope you straighten things out. Literally.
Hey.
You want to play us out with a joke?
Yeah.
You got any good doctor jokes?
Yeah, so a moth goes to a doctor. And so a guy goes to a doctor and says, Ray Barnholt goes to a doctor and says, "Doc, help! I'm very sad. How do I cheer up?" And the doctor says, "I've got good news. Ray Barnholt's in town, and he's doing his famous podcast, No More Whoppers, on stage at the Benedum. Go down there, have a great time. He's going to cheer you right up." And then Ray says to the doctor, but Doc." But doctor, I am Ray. And the doctor says, "Oh my God, I apologize. You are correct. Well, good luck with your performance tonight. And I guess I can give you some genuine advice, which is just believe in yourself. You've made it this far. You'll do fine. There's no reason to be nervous or sad. Go have a good time with your podcast. I'll be there in the audience cheering you on." And then he sends him on his way.
The pilot is in the audience. Great. Thanks so much.
Out. I am freaking out.
All right, that's great. Thanks, Alex. Thanks, everyone, for listening. This has been No More Whoppers. You can go to our website, nomorewhoppers.com. Check out all our fun things we got there, including our Patreon, patreon.com. There I go again. / No More Whoppers. You can pay us $1 a month at least to support us, or pay us $5 a month and get episodes a week before they go up to the general public. And you also get access to our brand new. Well, you didn't get access. You get a special role in our Discord server, which is also linked there on our main website.
I also want to reinforce, like, I don't know, that kind of thing, like drawing attention, making it very upfront about exactly who is giving us money. Who gives a shit? Like it's a nice perk. I don't care if I look at somebody and their name is not orange or yellow. I'm not like, you're a horrible person. Don't feel ostracized.
What did someone say this?
No, but like that was my first response when I found out that donors get special treatment. They get a special perk on the Discord. I'm like, that's cool. It's also kind of dumb.
It's just for fun.
I guess
it's just for fun.
All right. Well, my point is, like, who gives a shit if you're not? I mean, obviously, we want you on the Patreon because that's how I put chicken on the table, as the saying goes.
Yeah, but Alex, it's just for fun. I just linked it up. You can link up your Discord accounts to Patreon. It's just a thing that happens. It's just, we don't give a shit. Yeah, you're right. It's just for fun.
It's just whatever.
You can be a Golder subscriber on Discord. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Whoopity doo.
Yeah.
Anyway, following that, like we had earlier, our phone segment, phone quarter phone, 805 NMW Talk. You could send us over nerds, which are brief or funny stories about nerds you have seen or have been, or just whatever else you might think would entertain us. Do be careful though, because it might not entertain us, right?
Yeah,
you never know. And they just die in the water.
If it's going to be 3 minutes long, like our pal Andrew, make sure it is entertaining. Like our pal Andrew.
Anyway, also linked on our website is our merch. We have shirts and stickers and buttons. Shop.spreadshirt.com/No More Whoppers. On Facebook and Twitter as No More Whoppers. Yeah, maybe we'll post something on there. But otherwise, we're also on Twitter personally, such as Alex, who is...
Hi! I am on Twitter as Pitui, that's P-I-T-O-H-U-I. Please also follow my business. It's a used video game store in Nagoya, Japan called Critical Hit. You can follow it at Critical Hit Nag. In fact, just go to pitui.org to find links to all of my disparate shit. That's Pitouhui.org. The all new. Your 2022 Pitui.orgs.
All right. And I'm RDBAAA on Twitter on everything, pretty much. My business is Bipedal Dog. Also on Twitter under that name. And Twitch. Did we mention Twitch?
Twitch! We're on Twitch. I'm well, you can find that linked on Pitui.org, but I'm Hooded Pitui on Twitch. All one word.
I'm RDBAAA, but we also stream as No More Whoppers sometimes.
Yes!
That's also a username, No More Whoppers on Twitch.
Yes!
How about that? There you go. Anything else? I guess not.
Yeah, come to the bar. Come on, hang out if you're in Nagoya or if you're just in Japan. I hope we're getting some new folks in the country soon with the relaxed borders, the relaxed fit jeans.
We're getting closer to 2022. Who knows what will happen then? But yes, hopefully some more open borders. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Alex, hope you had fun this time on the show. You seem to at least get out some of your demons in that, the demons being NTT. You have to yell at NTT for a while.
I've got more NTT talk, but I'll save that for a later time.
Okay. It's on our new side show.
Yeah.
NTT you talking to? No? Okay. Well, we'll workshop it.
Our new show that's just called Denwa.
All right. Well, thank you, Alex. Everybody else, keep your nose clean, and we'll see you next time. Gold subscribers, stick around till after the show. We talk about everything we just did in this show, but topless.
Molno Impo!